geology is like Chinese philosophy of the observed of the living environments. So for the Yu, actually we call Di Dao, and in Chinese we always go to some place and if they do the things pretty good, we say this thing is very Di Dao. It means it's good, it is legend. Okay. So we study the Di Dao, the geology. We usually in two categories. One we call Di. Di is the word exactly we should call for Feng Shui. That's where every day we do for the living person or living area for the environment assessment. And Feng Shui actually is considering is for the tomb, for the grave, for the people past. So the exact word should be Di, not Feng Shui. So just like you have the idea. So if you have people can say Feng Shui, correct that. On the I Ching is according to the heaven and the earth for the coordination. So we know the heaven and the earth, then we know what are we living in. So then we know what is the dark side or the bright side. So we can beginning to know what's from the beginning to the end. And that means we will know what is the birth, the life, and the death.
What? Turn it off.
Okay. So I will go through all those things. These are the elements that's about what the Feng Shui you guys mean, the Di you're going to study. Those are related stuff. Then you can take a note. Quick note, because we're going to swim pretty fast today, of the limited time. And you can go back to always check on the internet. There's a really good information. First of all, we have the idea yin and yang, positive and negative. Everything. We divide the two, yin and yang. And these 5 elements, then from the outside of the circle, okay, we still have a wood, create the fire. The fire, after fire, they become the mesh or whatever, become to earth. The earth, you always find mines, goes in the earth under the ground. Then where you find the mine, if you find the water, stream in the mountain, then you always, almost always, you can find mine over there. So metal will produce water, and water will help the wood grow. So this is the positive cycle to produce, to give birth or help for the next elements. And then we see in the middle we have the like a star shape. That's something different from we're going to defeat or overcome or terminate or seize the other element. So like a wood is always conquered earth, growing to the roots on the ground. Okay, the earth will cover the water, so we always have something to block the water to come in. Okay, the water always distinguishes the fire. Fire can melt the gold. The metal, always can cut wood. Okay. Even though, but there's sometimes we're going to reverse. If the wood is stronger enough, could damage your wood and the metal. So because if it is small knife, then you cannot cut the big tree. So even in here, there's yin and yang, positive and negative idea here. So you not always say I'm metal, then I can conquer the wood. So that's wrong idea. Okay. And here is our 10 the heaven steams and the 12 the earth branches. So before the Fuxi is like 64,000 years ago, 6,400 years ago. We have the name of this line, actually is a story of some people. It's a story over there. There's the meaning over there. The other things after the Fuxi we call Jia Yi Bin Ding Wu Qi Gen Xin. That's after the Fuxi aging. For easier way to let you know, understand, I put the sign symbols for A1 to A10 to represent the heaven's things. So each category have a wood, fire, earth, metal, and water too. And each of them, they have a positive and a negative. Okay. For the earth branches is also, everybody familiar with is the Chinese zodiac, the 12 of them. So in my studies, I put them like a Z1 to Z12, so easy to know. Then afterward, you just know what the meaning around these things, then it's easy to do the combinations. So for the heavenly the steams, there's 5 pairs to be the good combination. Actually, we call it good combination, but actually they are not. They are conflict combinations. Like the first and the sex, okay, is wood conquer the earth, but when they get together, they become the character of earth become one good combination. Okay, but you can see there always is one positive yang and yin to get together. So if you're going to do some like a marriage match or partner match, so you have to go for your birthday. The third column is their dates. The top one represents those characters. So you will find this is the best match. Okay, those are best matches. Those are best matches. Okay. This is the 12th of the Earth branch, or we call it the 12 zodiacs. They have the triangle position of them that's most powerful. You can get 3 of them together. Or you can get half of them, like these 2 or these 2. Okay, so this is a half good combination. If you get 3, it's always the best. So if we can, like this, we get 3 of them, then we can find where's the good money bank, where's the good money fortune spot for those people, the 3 combinations here, or the house line, or whatever here. So here we have 5 sets of them. This is another good combination for the 12 zodiacs. So according with the 12s, we put on 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 12 will run it here. So we will find out the middle one, the combination will be good for become Earth. So this is the good combinations. And the other 2 is on the sides, like this position. Okay, this I will show you later. It's always we put on our palms from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Put all those zodiac on your palms. So that's why a lot of Chinese people, they do the fortune telling, they're always counting something over here. So this is the secret. You can memorize, put it in there, and later, if I have a chance, I'll let you know how to count it. Okay. Okay, this is the other thing is the 12 zodiac is always each one they contain the character or the materials or spatial styles or whatever of we match the 10 and the 12. So the 22 inside there's combinations just for you to know. Okay, this year we also back to put everything in these 12 categories. So we will know which one and which one is in there. So this is how we do it. We put it on our hands. Here we have Z1 to Z12 around here, clockwise. So this also means the times of the month, lunar calendar month. So